Managers and business owners are starting to realize the benefits of working with people highly specialized and experienced in their particular field, instead of hiring one employee to do everything. And if you're watching this video, it's because you realize it too. Not everyone is taking advantage of hiring freelancers because finding the right one can feel like an impossible task. So, how do you get around that and ensure you hire the right person? In this video, we will talk about strategies to successfully find the right talent online, from preparing, choosing the right platform, screening and shortlisting, to hiring a freelancer, and the common pitfalls that you should avoid. 1. Preparing to hire a freelancer. Before you go hunting on freelance platforms, it's important to understand what you need. This includes defining the tasks, setting a time frame, and providing references of similar work as a guide for the freelancer. So, when preparing to hire a freelancer, crafting a clear and concise job description is key. To achieve this, try using the SMART method, making your description specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This approach not only helps freelancers understand your expectations, but also allows them to determine whether or not they can deliver what you're asking for. The more transparent you are about your needs, the better the freelancer can help you. You also want to avoid using technical jargon in your project brief, and you can always get on a call to explain the more complicated aspects of the project. Now let's talk about identifying the necessary skills, budget, and deadlines for your project. Start by listing the specific skills and expertise required to complete the tasks. So let's say you want a video covering your company's corporate social responsibility efforts. You want a freelancer that's experienced with camera equipment as well as video editing software. So list those skills without mentioning the specific tools, like the camera brand or software. You don't want to limit your pool to freelancers using tools you are familiar with. Focus on results. Leave the tools to them. Once you've listed the required skill sets, take a moment to research market rates for similar projects to get an idea of the budget to allocate. Quality work may require a higher budget, but don't assume that expensive means high quality. We'll get more into that later. When setting deadlines, be realistic about the project's complexity and time to complete each task. You can speak with potential freelancers to gain insight into the timeframes they feel comfortable with and factor in possible delays or revisions. This ensures you set achievable deadlines and avoid unnecessary stress. 2. Popular freelance platforms. Now, when it comes to screening freelancers, the platform you choose can make all the difference. Many platforms are available to help you find the right talent for your project, each with its strengths and weaknesses. Fiverr, for example, is a popular platform for many professionals because of its user-friendly interface, making it easy to find and hire freelancers for your project. The problem is, it can sometimes be challenging to find freelancers with specialized skills, and Fiverr's quality control can be inconsistent. Upwork is a well-established platform that allows you to post job listings, invite freelancers to apply, and communicate with them directly. Upwork has a large pool of freelancers with diverse skills and several tools that make project management and payments easier. But the downside is that it can be more expensive than other platforms. Then you have Guru, which has a straightforward interface, allowing you to post job listings, communicate with freelancers, and manage payments. You can find talent on Guru for a range of projects from short-term to long-term projects, but, like Fiverr, Guru's quality control can be inconsistent, and there are fewer freelancers to choose from compared to other platforms. Usually, you can find the best results with LinkedIn and Behance. LinkedIn can be a great place to find freelancers with specialized skills and connect with them directly. LinkedIn recommendations and endorsements give you valuable insights into a freelancer's skills, experience, and work history. With advanced search features, you can quickly narrow your search and find the right freelancers for your project. And the vast user base means you can find freelancers from all over the world with different backgrounds, skills, and experiences. Behance caters more to creative freelancers like graphic designers, web designers, and photographers. This platform puts work and quality first, allowing you to browse portfolios and find freelancers that can achieve the exact look or results you want. The platform is user-friendly but primarily focused on creative services, so it may not be suitable for other projects. 3. Screening freelancers. A crucial step in screening freelancers is evaluating their profiles and skills. Pay close attention to relevant certifications, coursework, or professional training demonstrating their expertise. You can even use LinkedIn to verify their employment history, industry connections, and endorsements. Don't just focus on their technical abilities. Consider their problem-solving, communication, and time management skills, as these are essential for a successful collaboration. Take the time to assess their reviews, look for patterns in negative reviews, and check if they've addressed these issues in their responses. Also, examine their work history to see if they've completed projects similar in complexity, duration, and scope. This will give you valuable insight into their ability to handle your project and meet your expectations. And at this stage, you definitely want to review their portfolios. A freelancer's portfolio is a window into their style, quality, and creativity. Analyze their previous work and evaluate their ability to adapt to your requirements. 4. Shortlisting and communication. Now that you have screened potential freelancers, it's time to shortlist the most promising candidates and establish communication with them. So start by introducing yourself, explaining the project requirements, including the timeline, and then request a quote and their latest work. After you've received quotes from the freelancers, it's time to assess their availability, interest, and experience. Availability is crucial since you need to work with a freelancer with enough time to complete your project within the deadline. Interest is also important since you want a freelancer who is enthusiastic about your project and passionate about delivering quality work. Finally, you need to ensure that the freelancer has the necessary experience to complete your project the way you want. Not everyone on your shortlist will fulfill all 3 conditions. You might get 1 or 2 by the end of your research, so now it's time to actually hire a freelancer for your project. 5 freelancer red flags. Before you create all those onboarding and briefing documents, hold on. There are some red flags you need to be able to recognize before you hire a freelancer. There are some obvious ones like negative reviews, but there are some you can't judge for yourself unless you pay attention to your communication. This brings me to my first point, a lack of communication. If a freelancer is unresponsive or takes a long time to reply to your messages, it may be a sign that they're unreliable. On the other hand, if they're overly communicative and ask many questions, it's a sign that they may not be confident in managing the project and require constant guidance. Another red flag is that if the freelancer promises to complete your project within an unreasonably short time frame or at an unreasonably low price, it could be a sign that they're incapable of delivering high-quality work. Other red flags to look out for include inflexibility, either with their willingness to collaborate or with their schedule, poor organizational skills, and a lack of initiative. You want someone proactive who not only believes in your project, but is excited to work on it. When you find that perfect candidate, it's time to move to the next stage. 6. Hiring a freelancer. You first need a written agreement between you and the freelancer that outlines the project's scope, timeline, payment terms, and ownership of work. You can use online templates or hire a lawyer to draft a customized agreement that suits your project's needs. You should also consider the tax implications of hiring a freelancer and ensure you comply with local tax laws. And throughout this process, you want to keep communication clear. Establish the communication channels, frequency, and feedback mechanisms early to avoid confusion. Let them know you're available should they ever hit a roadblock. Common pitfalls. Now, this process is not without its pitfalls. You might give them a 50% deposit and end up woefully unhappy with the work. Or you might expect the high cost to include 5 to 10 free revisions and later learn that you have to pay an hourly rate for every new revision. So, before you give the project in its entirety to the freelancer, pay only for a small test sample to ensure you are aligned. This allows you to assess the freelancer's skills, work style, and communication before committing to a long-term project. It's a common misconception that expensive freelancers always deliver the best quality work. This is false. Instead of focusing solely on the freelancer's rates, take a good look at their experience, skills, and work history. And before you hand over the project to the freelancer, as I mentioned before, have a clear revision policy in place before starting the project. It's not a very complex process, but it can be time-consuming depending on the nature of your project. Hiring a freelancer is a lot like hiring an employee, where you must search, vet, interview, and hire them. But unlike employees, finding the right talent for your project is easier when you use a freelancing platform. Freelancing platforms expand your talent pool, giving you access to freelancers from all over the world, and they simplify the process of onboarding and payments because you don't have to deal with admin work. Many companies have found that freelancing platforms can revolutionize the way they work. So why let resource limitations hold your team back? See what's possible with a freelancing platform. Thank you for watching, and do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel.